Hello, everyone. Renee again. I'm back to discuss another pretty heavy topic that I've been experiencing since I've been pregnant, and even before that. How about since I've been in the state of Texas? And this gonna fall under the category of Texas does not benefit pregnant women. What do I mean by that? Well, the key word was benefit. And this is falling into the category of me applying for Medicaid for myself, as well as, the growth and development of my unborn child, as well as my child that I already have. That has been a challenge out of this world. Not to mention food stamps, because due to, lacking of consistency of employment and what have you. Yeah, I've been without money, and I could definitely use some extra when it comes to being able to receive food. And even TANF, I have been denied for all three things since I've been here. TANF, which is cash assistance. I've been denied for food stamps. I've been denied for Medicaid. Well, thankfully, because of the fact that I became pregnant, I reapplied back in September 21st to be exact. When I tell you, this has been hell on wheels about receiving benefits through the good old state of Texas. This has been hell on wheels. First, they said I made too much money. They wasn't going to give me anything. And of course, I don't know what it is about the workers that work in the food stamp Medicaid office. But it's like the devil said, if you're going to be my advocate and you want a job, let me put you at the food stamp office, because no matter what state I think anybody go to, you going to find the most heinous, just awful, terrible, just cold, just the epitome of just awful human beings that breathe, that work there. It's almost like when you come in and apply for assistance, you're taking food, money, support, welfare, whatever the hell they play up in their head. You're taking away from them and they family or whatever they got going on. By you coming in and applying for benefits, you have officially made their life hell. That's how they treat you. Like clockwork. It's about this many at the place that work there that actually do their job. I mean, this is a job where you're supposed to be of service to the community, not discourage people, find a way to get people out of your face like ASAP, and deny anything that they try to go for. Like, why do we have these people here on earth that try to play God and dictate what they feel you are deserving of and worthy of? Like, that just really bothers me. And I say all that to say this. Like I said, I've been denied and I actually qualify. They said I made too much money and all this kind of jazz. That was a lie. I proved to them that I don't make too much money. And as I'm telling you about my story, I'm going to try to also put you on game. So if any of you guys can help me out and see this video, tell me some things that will put me on game to make the process a little bit easier, because I'm still going through it. And long story short, one thing you don't do, when they tell you, it's going to take 15 to 30 days, they'll be approved, do not sit there and wait 15 to 30 days for them to make a decision. Do not wait to get stuff in the mail. None of that. As soon as you apply, you could give it 24 hours. Don't necessarily call that day, but call the next day for sure. Be on the phone, 211, boom. Yeah, I need to be connected to the food stamp office. Boom. Hey, I applied for this. What's going on with the status? Because when you start doing stuff over the phone, things get done a little quicker. And all that 15 and 20, 30 days, that's a lie. That's just corporate discouragement to tell you that if you want to be stupid enough and let them drag this out and don't push the issue, that's what they're going to do. And technically, by law, they have 15 to 30 days to discourage you and drag it out. But baby, what I'm trying to make you understand, it don't take 15 to 30 days for them to make a decision, approve of stuff, and get you stamps. I don't watch people, and I've done had this argument with people. I don't watch people come in with a newborn baby. Yeah, I'm homeless. I ain't got nothing. I'm living with a friend. I've been told I need to do a computerized printout to let people know my situation and put my case number and name and all that kind of stuff and turn it in. A woman threw a whole notebook, college rule paper to be exact, on the counter. And they was like, ma'am, now remember I told you, it takes 15 to 30 days, lies. That's if they want to play with you. It takes 15 to 30 days. But you make them understand, don't play with me. And I know the system and how to finesse it just as well as you know how to finesse me with the BS. Baby, this woman, I don't watch us, a caseworker, food stamp worker tell a person, sit in the lobby. I'm going to make sure your stuff is on your card in 30 minutes. Why did she tell her to sit in the lobby? Because she wanted to make sure that in 30 minutes it was there and she didn't have to go back and repeat herself. Baby, who? This the kind of stuff they do to you. And this is how they pick and choose who they want to help, who they don't want to help. It's right there in your face. So yeah, use that against them, because I have used that against them. Every time they tell you what you can't do, no. Tell them straight up, no, I can. I've been told, one thing that I don't like to do, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't like to turn in employment verification papers. Well, here's some game on that. A worker done fucked around and told me a little secret to that. Not even just a worker, a supervisor. The secret to that is, if you don't just feel like dealing with your employer, saying that you no longer work for this job and you've been terminated, whatever the hell, you no longer work for the company no more. This is what you do. And baby, don't tell them you can't use no college rule paper either. If you don't feel like going to the library, because I just entertain they BS to a certain degree. So I come to the library, I print this out, to whom it may concern. I am no longer employed at such and such. Okay, this was the last check amount that I made. This was my departure date from this job. And also, not to mention, these are the people that can verify this information. Here's their contact, emails, blood type, bone marrow, whatever. Put your case number at the bottom, sign it, boom, turn it into them. That's your verification letter. Don't tell them that you got to get what they call it, a 1040. It's some kind of form that they be like, baby, they'll push it. Tell them straight up, a supervisor has already informed me that I can write a statement. And also push the fact that if I cannot get somebody to sign off on something, what you want me to do? Put a gun to their head and make them? Make them really understand you can't do it. Play with them like they play with you. So when you really make them understand it can't be done, and you give all that information and you turn it in, put your case number at the end, they're going to take it. Trust me. They've done it numerous times for me. Numerous. And it definitely works in the state of Texas. So don't let nobody tell you differently. Like, with these caseworkers, for some reason, they be fucking with your head, so you got to fuck with their head. And like I said, one thing, when they tell you what you can't do, you tell them, yes, I can. Sure can. That's not true. You state it to them just like that. Like, let them know that what they're saying is BS. And then you give them reason why it's BS. That's how I hit you with it, baby. You ain't finna tell me I gotta do something a certain way and I can lay it out for you why I don't have to. That's how you got to come with it. So moving on, long story short, after battling with them, trying to get Medicaid, food stamps, TANF, they still denied me for TANF. They told me the BS behind why I can't get TANF is because I got a car. They don't know if I can afford that bitch or what. Late in payments, they just see that I got a car. So they said that disqualifies me. I think it's some BS. Because, baby, there's people who got houses and can't afford to be up in that bitch. Does that mean you got money? Does that mean you can take equity out of it? If you owe them, you can't take equity out of it and benefit yourself. Stop playing. So, and then cars don't have that kind of incentive. You can't take equity out no motherfucking car other than a title loan. And that still ain't shit. And then you gotta own that bitch in order to do that shit. So stop it. Stop it, folks. But I didn't fight it because I'm like, you know what? I'll find a way to get money. Just give me Medicaid and food stamp. Well, after they kept telling me I was denied and the information I just told you I submitted was invalid, guess what? They end up approving my daughter and still telling me I was denied. Ain't that something? Saying that my information wasn't valid and this, that, and the third. And end up proving my daughter through this period of saying that the information I submitted to them was invalid. So they end up giving my daughter Medicaid. Then a state worker put me on some more game and slipped up and said, well, ma'am, and they denied me. So they gave my daughter Medicaid and denied my Medicaid. Mind you, I'm pregnant at this point. You know, in my other videos, I told you I found out I was pregnant in August. They denied me in September. And I was very far along. So if it wasn't for these like medical establishments being like, you're a U.S. citizen, baby, please. Baby, I hate hearing some dumb shit like that. Yeah, that's dumb shit to me. Oh, you're a U.S. citizen, like I'm supposed to feel privileged. If I'm supposed to be so privileged, why the fuck am I going through this? But okay. Kudos to being a U.S. citizen. But anyways, so she was like, yeah, your daughter wasn't supposed to get proved before you. See, look at the fuck shit that Texas is on, y'all. So how first you say my information is not valid, then you approve of my child before me and deny me, and technically, according to one of your representatives for the food stamp office, you wasn't even supposed to approve of my child before me. This the type of time Texas is on, y'all. Like, I'm not even playing with you. So that happened. So I had to keep fighting because the medical establishment kept saying, you really need to try to get Medicaid. You really need to try to get Medicaid. And I ended up having to go that route because the little family planning plans for medical assistance to take care of my prenatal business, it just wasn't enough. So I went ahead and I kept pushing the issue. And I realized people don't wait for them to give you stuff in the mail. Don't go to the local office. Call 211. At least in the state of Texas. Keep calling 211. You get somebody to discourage you, piss you off, tell you some bullshit. Okay, thank you. Click. Call the next day. Keep calling until you get somebody that got some damn sense. And that is at least hearing you. Because that's exactly what I had to do. I had to keep calling, which is some fuck shit, until I got somebody that had some damn sense and was really trying to help me. And then when I go to the office, I had to I had to figure out who the ones were actually doing their job and who the fuck ones that be trying to throw you away. Here in the Arlington area, there's a gentleman, little black dude, he does his job. He tells me, he sit there and submit the paperwork right there in my face, so I know they getting it. And the results prove that they get it. And he gives me this like letter that says that your stuff has been turned in and we approved of it. And right there on the spot. He the only one that's punctual like that. The rest of these motherfuckers looking at you like, what the fuck you want me to do? How can I help you today? Why are you here? This dude tells you this, he gives you the sauce sometimes. He even be like, well, Miss Freeman, this is all you need to do, blah, 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 for this and this and this. And I see this and this. And he helped me get a little bit further along too. So when you do go to the office, find the ones that you see really doing the job. It's so bad for me that when I walk in the office, if I can't speak to him, I let people go before me. No, I ain't finna talk to that stupid bitch over here or this ignorant motherfucker right there. No, I want to talk to him. So when his space get cleared up, I make sure somebody else can go take that slide with that fuck shit, because I ain't got time for it. And I go talk to him. And then sometimes I just be like, God, please work with me. I don't want to have to do all this finessing and finagling. Just let me be able to speak to him. He gonna get it done. This is the person that's been getting me to the promised land. Can I please be set up to talk to him today? And sometimes it happens like that. But when it don't, that's what I do. Ma'am, you can, or sir, you can go speak to whoever, because I ain't got time for that nonsense. It's like people there just they hire people that's just on. I literally had a person in that same office. I heard them be like, "Oh, you want a job? You need a job? Oh, you can have mine. That's the address right there. This is how you fill it out." Why do y'all hire people like that? State office workers, officials, or whoever you are, the head honcho that decipher all these employments. Why you hire the most awful people on the planet to work in these offices that don't really want to help people? Why do you hire them? Why? They don't want their job. They show you through their action and their results. They don't want their job. So why you waste time with them and have them to waste your time and have them waste other people's time? Why do y'all do that? Why y'all don't screen these people better? Why y'all don't get people who take the job of service, which means you're supposed to be helping people, that really want to help people? Why are you giving losers and hateful, just vindictive, devilish people jobs that don't want to help people? That's all I'm saying. And then, so I had to battle. Eventually, I got food stamps. Now, you guys, it's been an issue of them wanting to give it to me. You guys, let me tell you something. My situation is very horrible right now. I'm in between places. My last job released me for some BS. So I'm out of work, no money. I really qualify for this shit. They telling me this go around, this last stint in the month of October, they was like, now mind you, I did the same thing I just previously told you. I told them I separated from not one but two jobs because they kept pressing the issue. Oh, we still see, they told me some bullshit about my social security number is connected to both of these jobs. So therefore, if my social security number is still connected to these jobs, that means I'm still getting the income. Even though they can't see that. Even though I'm sitting here trying to prove to them that I am not receiving an income from neither one of these job sources. I gave them all the information, told them when I stopped working, the last paycheck, sent in pay stubs, all that kind of stuff. You know what they did? They used that shit against me and talking about, oh, well, we don't care if this was yesterday. According to us, this is still today. And here's the bullshit ass reason why they say it's still today. It's still current. It's still valid. Well, I gave my verification that said that I couldn't get actual verification that says I no longer work for them. So mind you, they used that verification information that I put on that letter and turned into them in a timely fashion. They used that information and reached out to both of these sources. And here's where the bullshit comes in. So basically, because they could not get a hold of them, like the supervisor herself, the last one was Elizabeth and Crystal. They both told me, the ones who make the final decision, they called both of your employees and they couldn't get no answer. So here's the thing, y'all, because they could not get no answer. They penalized me by saying I still make money when I'm proving and showing proof that I do not, giving them everything they can to get to the bottom of it, that I do not make this money. So instead of them being like, well, she tried to get the info, so they put it back on me. So they basically was like, well, we tried, even though you sent in this letter, we tried and we couldn't get nothing. So we're finna put it back on you to try again to prove that you really don't make this money. And if you don't prove that, guess what? We're gonna say that you do, and therefore you're disqualified. Now, mind you, this was all before the month of November. Let me show you how much more they on some bullshit, y'all. You had time to stop my benefits for the month of November. This decision was made before October closed. Guess what? They went ahead and gave me November and then decided to wait until December to cut me off. If I'm so disqualified, why later than sooner? When you disqualify, most people in most settings of being disqualified, what happens? That disqualification happens what? Instantaneously. See, I'm giving y'all how they on some bullshit. And this is the kind of shit that I be telling them too. I be like, so why would you give me my benefits in November? This month ain't even done. And you gonna wait till next month. Don't act like you doing me no favors. I'm disqualified, remember? So it should be happening right away. So then, not only that, then let me go back to what I said they did. So just because you used that information I told you to verify that I no longer work for that job and you couldn't get a hold of nobody, you just gonna automatically say I still make money? And then put it back in my court, because that means technically by you putting it back in my court, that means you're being lazy and you don't want to continue to do your job, because I gave you everything you needed to have to verify it. And guess what? You did verify it. It's just that you felt like you only needed to make one strong attempt, and that's your job. That's all. You make one strong attempt and it's over with. And then you make your decision after one strong attempt. So because you couldn't get verification, you're putting it back on me to re-verify things. And then you say that I don't qualify. I still make money. Because based on previous information that I tell you is obsolete, you said that's how I still make money. And I'm telling you, I don't. I'm telling you guys, this the type of time Texas is on. And this the kind of bullshit you deal with trying to get assistance with food stamps, Medicaid, TANF, all that stuff. I'm like, this is utterly ridiculous. So basically, you know what they told me I had to do? First, so I've been told everything. First, I need to resubmit stuff. And I told them straight up, no, I don't. I already submitted. You already have it. It was already turned in before due date. So when they realized that they couldn't get me by resubmitting some bullshit, then they was like, oh, well, you make too much money. How the fuck I make too much money? Because I just said all the information that I gave you no longer apply. So when they couldn't attack me with I make too much money, then they hit me with, oh well, you need to reply. No the fuck I don't. No the fuck I don't. Why do I need to reapply when I did everything I needed to do in a timely fashion, gave you what you asked for, gave you what you needed, you verified that, and now you telling me I need to reapply? No I don't. That's not grounds to reapply. You denied me because you couldn't get an answer. Not because I really do make that money. Now, if I really do make this money, you guys, I wouldn't even sit here and play with y'all and make this video to talk about how shitty they are. I would. But how you gonna put something on somebody that they really don't have going on? And they do everything to try to prove to you they don't have that going on. And just because they can't prove it, you can't prove it, that means it still coexists. That's some bullshit. So guess what they told me the last result after they tried to play with me, all that stuff, and I told them no. And they realized that I was onto something, so that's why they kept trying a new angle right in the moment. How you go from 4 different situations to do if I ain't onto something? You feel me? If I was missing information, you would have stuck with that, right? So clearly I wasn't. If I make too much money, you would have stuck with that, right? So clearly that's not true. So you try everything you can to fuck me over and make me have to do something that is not necessary. That's how these people work. And it's so fucking sad. It's sad. And so then the end results of all of that fuck shit was, well, ma'am, then I was told I need to put in a complaint. And guess what they said? 10 to 15 days for them to review a complaint. That's another thing, you guys. If y'all decide to put in a complaint, once again, do not wait 10 to 15 days for them to decide. Don't wait for them to contact you, send nothing in the mail. Get on 211 and call them. Hey, I put in a complaint about something. What's going on with it? Because trust me, somebody done looked at it already. They sit there and drag their feet because if you're not willing to push the issue, that's what they gonna do. Be on some bullshit, in other words. So they told me I can put in a complaint. I said, I'm not complaining about nothing. So I can stagnate this process even longer? Hell no. So then I was like, also... so then they was like, well, you know what, ma'am? You can basically write a statement so they can possibly look at it and reopen your case saying why you couldn't get the results you get. So basically, write a statement about all the shit that I already did, saying the reason why they could not close my case and verify my information, because after me making numerous attempts, them making numerous attempts, well, I shouldn't say numerous, after them making a attempt, and nobody can verify this is why this case has not been able to be closed off and income has been proven that it's no longer valid. I got to put you in there that you did a half-ass job. So y'all can be like, oh, so this is why we're not getting verification. She can't get it directly. They're not verifying. We even called. They're not verifying it through us. I got to sit here and put it on your mind that you not get verification after you try to verify directly. You know the results of that. So why do I got to put that in writing? You guys, how is any of this making sense? But this is what they told me. I gotta verify the verifier why it didn't get verified. I'm like, yo, if I wasn't so hard up in life right now, I say fuck all this shit. You guys, I'm not a biggity person, and I don't think but this is why I don't fuck with Section 8. I never try to get assistance and all that kind of stuff. Look at all the shit you gotta go through in order to get it. Bullshit. And my sisters are like, you would think because you're pregnant, they would be, trying to work with you. No, they don't give a fuck that there's an unborn baby up in here. They don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about this. They like, that's your motherfucking problem. You not finna make it our issue, and we ain't finna help you behind it. That's the kind of shit you go through, you guys. It's terrible. I just hope that none of y'all have to face this, go through this. But I hope some of the things I told you could do to kind of derail their bullshit, it works for you and it helps you out, because it did help me. And if there's something that I'm still missing, and I don't really have to do, and I can do it this way and get things popping, please let me know. Because I'm really in need, and I really do qualify, and I really don't have the shit that I reported that they think I got going on. I don't have that going on. I don't. If I did, baby, trust me, we wouldn't even be talking about this bullshit. We wouldn't. So if anybody see this and can help me do better, and if I can help you do better, please let's help each other. Peace, love, and light. Namaste.